Meet Ethan. He is 34 years old. He pulls in nearly $110,000 a year, and right now, he has exactly $483 to his name. To the outside world, Ethan is the picture of modern success. He holds a senior project manager title, he leases a beautiful Dallas apartment, drives a reliable car, and wears an expensive watch. His coworkers admire him, but nobody sees his midnight routine. Every night, Ethan sits alone at his kitchen table, surrounded by a mountain of takeout containers, staring blankly at spreadsheets and past-due credit card bills. This financial state manifests as a chronic physical weight. Ethan carries a heavy exhaustion into every room, a fatigue that sleep doesn't seem to touch. He grinds through 70-hour work weeks to keep everything afloat. He misses birthdays. He stopped going to the gym months ago. When his dad calls and mentions that Ethan sounds tired, Ethan just laughs it off. Society treats a busy schedule and a luxury address as undeniable proof of achievement. In reality, this high-income life often functions as a mask for a very specific, high-stress form of poverty. Ethan's breaking point arrived on a Friday night, at the tail end of another punishing 13-hour shift. He ordered dinner, collapsed onto his couch, and idly opened his banking app while waiting for the delivery. This chart breaks down his actual runway. That $110,000 gross income instantly drains into three massive buckets: housing, debt servicing, and luxury maintenance. That leaves him with a tiny sliver, just $483 to survive until the next paycheck. Notice how these fixed, upgraded lifestyle expenses operate? They automatically siphon away a high income before the earner can even make a conscious choice about saving or investing. Hitting a six-figure salary provides a powerful, completely false sense of security. It makes earners feel safe enough to borrow more, which actually accelerates their rate of debt. Earning a high salary is mathematically meaningless if the baseline cost to maintain that lifestyle consumes every single dollar you bring in. Ethan sat in the quiet of his apartment, his eyes moving from the $483 on his screen to the items filling the room. He looked at the designer shoes near the door and did the math. Those shoes represented 40 hours of his life he'd never get back. He was witnessing the long-term effects of lifestyle creep. This is the silent inflation of your baseline expenses to match a rising income. Every raise Ethan got over the years didn't go toward security. It went toward managing the intense psychological pressure to look successful to his coworkers and peers. He had been working more hours to afford things that were supposed to make him feel better about working so many hours. He had spent years upgrading his lifestyle, only to find he was actually more restricted than when he started. Every new luxury was a new reason he couldn't afford to quit. Escaping the success trap doesn't require a dramatic, high-energy life overhaul. It requires small, unglamorous subtractions. The very next morning, Ethan simply canceled 3 monthly subscriptions. A week later, he sold that expensive watch he barely wore. Then he introduced strict behavioral discipline. He manually tracked every single dollar. He stopped ordering takeout and started cooking basic meals. He reallocated his free time. Instead of mindlessly scrolling social media after work, he spent evenings reading about investing and building new skills. This chart tracks 2 years. As his need to impress others, this declining red line, dropped, his net worth accelerated. He aggressively paid down debt. The crushing exhaustion was gone, replaced by a deep sense of control. True financial freedom is never triggered by a higher salary. It starts the moment you consciously decide to abandon the need to impress everyone else.